Today I'm gonna show you ribosomes. I'm gonna teach you ribosomes. Ribosomes are main and important organelle of it's a the Hi friends. Today I'm gonna teach you about ribosomes. Ribosomes. Ribosomes are one of the main important organelle of the cell. It is a non-membrane bound organelle found in many places like such as whatever. Hi friends, today I'm gonna teach you about ribosomes. Ribosomes are one of the important organelle of the cells. It is present in two types of cells. Those two types of cells are eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Eukaryotic and prokaryotic. Those two have such difference, and these ribosomes produce, you know what? Yeah, ribosomes produce proteins. Proteins are main important and very needed substance for a cell to be alive. So cell, some say ribosomes are today's topic. Ribosomes are present in two cells. Those are eukaryotic and prokaryotic. As I said, these ribosomes are in two different types. One is ATS and CNTS. S. People may ask, what is S? Yes, people may ask what is S. So I have written expansion also. S means Swedbuck's unit. You can see the spelling. Swedbuck's unit. There are two types of ribosomes. As I said, ATS and CNTS. There are two parts of ribosomes. This is parts of ribosomes. There are mainly two parts of ribosomes. In these ribosomes, there's a process called sedimentation is happening. Here, whatever the organic substance or chemical substance which enter ribosomes are converted into proteins by ribosomes. Ribosomes produce proteins or secrete proteins. Mainly ribosomes secrete proteins in fluid form. Proteins are also called as amino acids, so it takes chemical components and organic components, two components. These it intakes and it takes and it does sedimentation coefficient. It is a sedimentation coefficient, so it has a sedimentation coefficient, and sedimentation process is done in these both of the parts of ribosomes. Ribosomes have these two parts. In eukaryotic cells, one is ATS and ATS. So 100S. It has 80S. So I have mentioned here ATS. So first one will be 60 and this 40s. 60s and 40s. This is a basic I am giving you, so it must not become complicated. So 60s and 40s. Please note 60s and 40s. Do not add it anytime. Please don't add it. Here sedimentation process is taking now in this ribosome. You can see first one, the larger part of the ribosomes. This larger part, in this there is something which is rod-like structure in our upper part and lower part, as well as we know this upper part and lower part has these kind of rod-like structures which will be always spinning, and this structure will be always spinning. So here it forms a vortex. By vortex, the sedimentation is so fast. As we know, it's a part of physics. As we know that science is a mixture of all biology, physics, whatever, chemistry, whatever, and maths too. So this makes a vortex. This vortex makes the simpler to form sediments here. These sediments go to the smallest part of ribosome. This go here, and here is also the same structure, and here it makes a vortex and it is still sedimented, and here in vortex everything is nicely churned, mixed, everything. So all organic and chemical components are nicely mixed in a ratio. In a ratio they are mixed and they are formed as amino acids. This amino acids, this is so important. In chemical form or chemistry form, we use amino acids instead of proteins. These amino acids carry very important roles. Protoplasm relatively is rigid and usually non-vacuolic, and here however it's don't have vacuole, this eukaryotic cell and all. Now let us go for prokaryotic cell. Let me rub this. For prokaryotic cell, understand first. Prokaryotic. This prokaryotic means you have to cut it into pro and karyotic. Prokaryotic. Pro means, as well as first. Pro means first. Pro means undeveloped. In biology's scientific word called unmatured or undeveloped. Pro means karyotic. The scientific name for nucleus is karyotic. So nucleus. So karyotic nucleus. So prokaryotic means don't have true nucleus. So it doesn't have true nucleus. So scientists say that. So scientists say that prokaryotic organism came first in earth before eukaryotic cells came, because it has undeveloped nucleus, which is also called as nucleoid, which is suspended in cytoplasm, which is an aqueous jelly-like substance. So this have your eukaryotic, okay, prokaryotic. So as you know, you understood every prokaryotic whatever I said. Now let's go to the parts of ribosomes. So this is part 1. Let us take it as 1. So in prokaryotics, it's mainly 70S type. 70S type, you may be thinking. So 50 and 30S. This 50S and 30S. The largest part, note this one, the largest part of the ribosomes have the greater value. So here, same, it works like that. It forms proteins, which is very useful for cell and all. Same, it works like eukaryotic ribosomes, but there's a difference. It's 80S and here it's 70S. From this, we can note that 80S. So this is aerobic respirating cell and this is anaerobic respirating. In simpler form, I am explaining you that anaerobic means it takes less oxygen to survive and this takes more oxygen. So you may understand, so more oxygen or takes more organic compounds or it takes less organic compounds. So always prokaryotic cells have less energy than eukaryotic cell. So say it works like same and it performs sedimentation and it has a rod-like structure. It has rod-like structure which forms a vortex and churns the organic and chemical compounds and components, and this churn and make up proteins, and this is very useful for us. So here we can say that eukaryotic cells are mainly made up of 80S ribosomes, and here prokaryotic cells, it is mainly made up of 70S ribose. And another thing, please note down, in eukaryotic cell it may be 80S or 70S, it depends. Thank you. Please share, subscribe. I won't say that because please share and spread the knowledge. Thank you. Here's your homework.